Hi, this is Summer Todd. I'm doing this show tonight with my son, Austin Todd, and we're just kind of having some fun with St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to talk about some sprites and gnomes and just kind of, what do you call those things that,
Trolls.
Trolls, and just the things that they talk about in Ireland, some of the mystical things that they believe in.
We could even talk about St. Patrick and stuff too, and how the holiday came about a little bit.
You could, yeah, because I'm not real sure about that.
I don't know everything about the history of it, but we can talk about that too. Basically, all that stuff.
Right. And I mean, and if you have any stories, of course, you can call in. We'll tell a few little things that have happened to us. I'll let Austin start off with his story.
Years ago, when me and my cousin were drinking absinthe, that we had got the stuff from England, so it was the stuff that had a lot of thujone in it, which is good stuff. And my cousin, he kind of lowered his head and he looked up and he was like, "Austin, I think I just saw somebody." I was like, "Who'd you see?" He's like, "I saw some woman here in our living room." I was like, "There's nobody else here." And he was like, "It looked like some woman." So I asked him to describe her to me, and he described it. It was like the absinthe fairy, because they say it makes you see the absinthe fairy.
Yeah.
And so in honor of him tonight and Patty's Day, I'm drinking some absinthe.
I'll show you the little spoon that came with that.
Yeah,
thing.
and the spoon came with it as a fairy. It's a fairy absinthe spoon. The absinthe is green, and it's got a fairy spoon.
I guess that's kind of for St. Patty's Day. They had that in a liquor store or something.
Yeah, they had a liquor store. So maybe they'll have so maybe I'll see the absinthe fairy again tonight for the St. Patty's Day kind of thing. Hopefully.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's your turn to tell.
I was just going to say, I think it's illegal now to sell absinthe with wormwood in it in the UK.
We have a story about that if you want to let Austin tell you.
Can I say something real quick?
He was trying to buy it.
Can I say something real quick? If we are lucky, hopefully, as long with Austin drinking that absinthe, maybe we will see the absinthe fairy too.
You never know. Yeah.
Depends on how much you drink. With that, I'm shutting up.
That'd be cool.
I'll tell you if I see her.
What year was that? Austin
God,
was buying absinthe online at some kind of online place. What was the name of that place?
I can actually look it up. Let me look that up real quick. I looked it up the other night. Mark might be familiar with it because the place is based out in London. So let me look that up real quick. I'm looking that up right now for everybody watching this. For all three of our viewers.
Okay.
Let's see where it was at. Give me just a second here. I'm looking. Oh, here it is. It's years ago I was buying absinthe that was from England. It was from a place called Absinthe Original. And they're based out of London. You can look up their website. I didn't know Mark might be familiar with them because they're based at have headquarters in London. I was buying it from them. They were shipping it to me over here in Ohio, and it kept getting seized by customs because at that time the absinthe with fujone in it, the good stuff that we were able to get from Europe was illegal.
And so I worked at the university, so you have to be tenacious just to work it and there, all that paperwork and stuff. But so I had to try to get the money back that Austin spent, because quite a bit. So I ended up getting a refund, and then we decided to order it again because I was reading online how a lot of people had that happen, and they'll try 2 or 3 times and eventually it'll go through. Sometimes customs will stop it, sometimes they won't. So I think the second time we finally got it.
We finally did manage to get it through.
It depends on how they pack it and if it looks suspicious or something too, but it was something. So we did get it the second time, but it took me a little bit of time to get through I don't even remember how I contacted them now, but must have been.
Well, we were able to write original absinthe. We were able to email them, so there was that. They sell.
It's crazy.
They sell. They sell like Absinthe King of Spirits, which is.
But they didn't sell it here then.
No, absinthe was illegal.
Yeah, that's why Austin was getting it. Now you can.
Now you can get it here, but they according to this company, you still can't buy the stuff with a certain amount of food here in America, so it's not hallucinogenic.
Right.
But
yeah,
I don't know exactly. They say you won't have any customs issues now if you order it, but I've never tried it yet,
I think that had been probably at least 2014,
around
maybe even before that.
Even before that, I'd say about 2011.
Right.
Yeah, but the company is called Absinthe Original, and they're out of London, and you can order from them, and according to them, it's the good European absinthe.
But you didn't see a difference, did you? I didn't.
Not too much. I had a hallucinogenic experience the very first time I drank that stuff from England. It was really brief, where I heard Indians chanting and stuff. But I was also eating mushrooms that night, so who knows what it was.
Well, it's like the mescal worm, because I ate that worm and it was
that worm didn't make me get all hallucinogenic.
That's a lie. If you drink that bottle and get down to the worm, you're probably passed out or something.
Talking about mezcal.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what percentage of alcohol is in the stuff that you're drinking at the present moment?
I've got one.
It is 110 proof, so that would be 55.
Yeah. So I'm just looking here. It sort of varies quite wildly from 45% to 89%.
It has a little bit of wormwood, but there's only so the American absinthes, I guess, aren't as allowed to have as much fujone in them as the European absinthes do. At least that's what I've read. I don't know for sure if that's true.
I think
you might know over there, but I don't know for sure.
And why
I
do
thought
they
wormwood was illegal in
the wormwood?
But yes, sorry, I thought
Why do they equate it with fairies and Sprite?
Because it's supposed to make people see an absinthe fairy.
Because I thought it was out of Ireland, because
now, according to Sam, my cousin, he did see one. And Black Sabbath actually did a song called "Fairies Wear Boots," where Ozzy was talking about having seen a fairy. And so, a lot of people thought he was drinking absinthe when he saw it, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
He could have just seen some groupie that was actually a gay guy when he was all coked out and drunk. Who knows? He was living so hard and crazy.
I've never drank anything that's made me see things. I've blacked out, but I've seen things that weren't there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the European absinthes have more fujone.
it's a bit of a fun fact. Wormwood-based has never been illegal in the UK. It's just one of the very few European countries that has never formally banned.
Oh.
So
okay.
yeah,
I know France banned it, and I think Switzerland did for a time.
Yeah.
And then a lot of other European countries followed. And America actually banned it in 1912. And it was illegal here in America up until 2007. And then they had some American brands that were legal, but they didn't have any Thujone or Wormwood in them for a short period of time until that finally got legalized. At least that's my understanding of it. I think Thujone's a psychoactive chemical in it that makes you see the stuff. So I don't know how much, if any, Thujone's in the American sense.
Hallucinogen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have anything else happen at our house? I don't think we had a lot of. We had a lot of paranormal, but not the fairies or stuff like that.
You saw a fairy in my studio room one time.
I think it was in my bedroom. I thought I didn't see it. I heard it.
I thought you saw one. Well, you tell them the story.
Well, I was like late at night, and I always there were 2 steps that went into the attic, and there was a door. So I would always put like a lot of perfume and baskets of stuff on these 2 steps because we didn't use them. And I heard something fluttering over there in my bottles and the basket, and I was like, what in the world is that? So I turned on the light, and I didn't see anything, but it was like something left the room. And I mean, there was nothing there in our house. There was nothing flying around or anything. So I couldn't figure out what it was. So we always made a joke about it. Well, must have been a fairy or something. And I never really believed in that stuff. And I had been looking, not around that time, but I had seen it before, where there were some pictures of this guy that went on a walk with his kids, and they have a picture of this little sprite in the tree. Now, I don't know if it's real. They say it is, and they swear they saw it. I don't know where they were. It might have been London, but yeah. So it just depends on what you believe in.
Yeah.
I suppose it's possible.
Mark Edwards laughing his ass off.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's possible.
Yeah.
There's people that do say they believe in them. Like they believe in gnomes and Scotland and stuff. They believe in, and people are like, well, those people drink too much. Well, not everybody's drinking, and wherever those things come from, there's a little bit of truth to them. The stories and stuff like that. I
know the UK in general. Between Ireland and Scotland and Wales and England that's all really immersed in the whole St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Folklore and all that stuff.
And going back to the Twilight Zone, didn't they have one where there was that little?
That's definitely a good topic for Mark, since he lives there to really get.
Really, St. Patrick's Day is more of a Irish American thing. We don't really celebrate it over much.
But going back to the Twilight Zone, wasn't there that little troll or something he was a troll?
Yeah, he was. He was a troll.
And it's so silly now. You look back and you're like, but that really was kind of scary back in the time. I was like, this seems real.
People got scared by that back then, but I mean, nowadays everybody looks at it and just laughs. Yeah, it was a troll that was tearing the parts off of the plane wing, and William Shatner saw it.
Oh, that wasn't it. No, the troll was in like a suitcase. The woman had a suitcase in the apartment.
Oh, she had a suitcase with a troll.
The thing on the wing was something else, wasn't it? I can't remember that.
It wasn't a troll.
It wasn't anything about bright thing. I don't think.
Okay, that wasn't
something else.
That wasn't a troll. We don't know what that really was.
I'd have to watch it again. It's been a while.
It was some kind of creature, but it wasn't a troll, and it wasn't some kind of St. Patty's Day creature or something.
Yeah, well, they talk about it being an Irish thing here a lot.
It's
Ireland and Scotland.
more Irish than anything.
than English.
The Scottish, I've never heard anything said about Scotland being much a part of it. I guess they got their own culture and what have you.
Yeah.
They probably don't like being compared to the Irish too much.
But there's some people that really take it seriously, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's people that this is a serious holiday for them.
But I mean, they really believe in trolls and things like that.
Oh yeah, you got those people. There's probably people. There's probably a big party going on. There's probably a big St. Patrick's Day party that happened over at Stonehenge. Mark just didn't get invited to it. Have you ever been to?
A lot of this folklore actually comes from well, it's true in the UK, but a lot of this comes from more Central European. I'm thinking Germany, especially. I'm thinking of the Green Buffers as an example. Yeah. It's more Germanic.
The more like the Nordics and maybe the maybe more like
Northern European.
The Scandinavians kind of. They kind of tie into that.
Well, German, Scandinavia, North Europe, really. Yeah.
There.
I'm back. I had to go do that cigarette thing I was telling you guys about.
Yeah, you can weigh in on some of the folklore and stuff, Roger, about St. Patrick's Day.
Well, St. Patrick's Day is like a holiday when it comes to the folklore and everything. I'm like more on everything when it comes to the weirdness, like
drinking green beer.
No, now that right there goes a lot deeper than just St. Patrick's Day. Like, that's very esoteric. Okay, that drink right there, they believe that they could see spirits when they drank that. Yeah. Absinthe.
I was just talking about that. Did you hear that, or were you smoking your cigarette?
I was smoking, man. I was smoking.
Oh.
But yeah.
I just
as long as
I told us how my cousin actually saw the absinthe fairy
when
we got some of the absinthe from England years ago.
Do you know why it's illegal, or why it was illegal? Because it was it was associated with magic, and people who practice magic actually practiced it during the Middle Ages would use it thinking that it would actually be helpful to the incantations, they said. So they would actually make absinthe and believe that it was like a magical potion. Like now today people drink it, recreational. But like, these were people who actually believed in the esoterics, and they actually believed in magic and stuff. They would drink it then, and you know how the Catholic Church is. They're not too big on the whole magic thing, so it quickly became...
They drinking wine more than anything, too. So I think I read one time that the wine lobby actually pushed really hard, because people were drinking absinthe more than wine, and the winemakers didn't like it, so they pushed real hard to get it banned so that people would drink wine more.
Not only that, but just checking a couple of medical sides. Wormwood can actually cause kidney failure. It has got some serious side effects if you overdose on wormwood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can have a lot of major issues from drinking too much of it. Yeah.
So this could be
you can have major issues drinking too much anyway. So
this could turn out to be a really good stream. You just sit there, keep on drinking, Austin. Oh, we're watching.
What is it?
I said, you just sit there and keep on drinking. We're watching. This could turn out to be a heck of a lot better stream than we thought it would be.
Working out better than I thought it was going.
No, I said it could eventually. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Boy, I'm gonna start getting toasted.
Get toasted, start seeing the fairies, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you if I see any fairies or anything,
But the Catholics don't want you to do anything, and they say that everything brings in demons. Practically, it's like this. Even they're like, "Oh, don't talk about things," and
yeah, don't talk.
basically just don't do anything like that. Yeah,
Yeah, don't talk
Wow.
about
psychics.
don't talk about fairies and sprites and stuff, or I'll bring in demons posing as fairies and sprites.
And you know, I saw that Father Rio.
Which is weird because the Saint Patrick's Day was actually part of it was a Christian saint named Saint Patrick.
Yeah,
Who's the reason the whole thing started, and it kind of got somewhere tied in with Irish folklore and mythology somewhere along the line. And like Mark was saying, to some extent, like the Nordic mythology kind of tied into it too, which was pretty similar.
well, you know, the Catholic priest that I've listened to before, Father Rehill, is an exorcist, and so he does not think that you should try anything really that can open the door to getting possessed. But I didn't know that. The other day I watched a thing. He said he didn't believe, the Catholics don't believe in cremation
Yeah, I knew that.
because they don't pray over the body, and if you do get cremated, then you have to like put the ashes somewhere where they get like in a graveyard or something where they get
Or they're consecrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they believe in consecrating that.
But I had never
Yeah,
known that.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about where you're buried rather than how you're buried, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and how people treat the body after gone, I guess, is the big thing. But a lot of people get cremated nowadays because it's so cheaper. And
Well, not only that, it's cost, isn't it? There's a financial element. I mean, funerals are not the cheapest thing anyway. And if you think about actual baskets and stuff,
yeah, and then also it's better environment too. Really,
you know,
some people think about
when you guys talked about like the Catholics and it's a matter of where you're buried and all that. You know what's so weird about that? It's like they were so much against magic and things of that nature and pagan beliefs. But wouldn't you call that a form of geomancy?
What, like where you're buried?
Yeah, where it had to be consecrated and it's you know what I mean? Like they go through and they make sure that
The ash.
yeah.
Because that's
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, it kind of is.
Well, look at exorcism though too. What all the tools they use and everything. It's so weird. It's like a kind of a hypocrisy, isn't it? But they say they know how to do these things. So
I mean, I do believe in demons and demonic possession. I think it's a rare thing, but I think it's a thing. I mean, that some of the things the Catholics do and stuff, it does resemble the magic and stuff they claim to be against. Sometimes.
Well, especially during an exorcism.
Yeah, and I mean, an exorcism, yeah, that to some extent, because they use consecrated holy water, holy incense, consecrated crosses, and all that.
I was looking before we started. I was just looking at the Wikipedia page for Saint Patrick, which is quite extensive, and it's interesting that Saint Patrick is meant to be was alive around mid 5th century, but that area didn't become Christian until early 6th century. So he was technically not a Christian.
Oh.
Was he a Christian just himself and trying to spread it there, or was
That's the sort of argument that they are making on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But, or was he not a Christian because it wasn't a Christian area yet and he couldn't do it without being persecuted? So that kind of makes him not a Christian at that time.
Mm.
From the stories I've heard, when he went in there, he started incorporating pagan ideas into Christian ideas to convert them. You know what I mean? And I later learned that it's called syncretism. Like
Okay.
the Buddhists did it too. Whenever they expanded to different areas, like Zen Buddhism. That was actually like Buddhism being syncretized into the Chinese pagan beliefs. And
Okay.
it's just like when you go down to China or Japan. I mean, Japan has their form of Buddhism as well. And that's kind of what they did with Christianity with Ireland. And that's what I basically learned when it came from St. Patrick. He's also the one that he incorporated the Christmas tree as well. Just so you know.
You know what St. Patrick did?
Yeah.
How would he even have access to fern trees?
Well, the pagans worshipped the tree before Christians ever even incorporated it into their rituals. Like the world.
Okay, so it wasn't actually, we aren't talking about the actual Norwegian fern tree, so we are talking about a tree that was representative of Christmas.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you had like the world tree, then you had the Yggdrasil, which is the Nordic tree, which is the tree that Odin hung himself from.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've heard of the Drossel and Odin hanging himself from it in the Nordic mythology. That ties into St. Patrick kind of incorporating the Christmas tree into what later became kind of considered a Christian celebration of an old pagan holiday.
As time went on, yeah, because what happened was it all started in like Northern Ireland and Northern Scotland when the Vikings actually came to the islands. That was the areas where it all actually, Orkney is the area where it all actually started. And the Vikings, they mistrust the Irish because they called them tricksters. But at the same time, they were still trying to make it to where they could expand, their territories and stuff. So they had to learn how to get the Irish to believe in their beliefs. So as time went by, they started incorporating things, and the Irish had their pagan beliefs before the Christians got there, which had their form of what the Nordics believed in. You know what I mean? So it's just basically as time went by, things got incorporated with one another. It's just like
Interesting.
You're just talking about Vikings, so you're talking about roughly 400 years after St. Patrick.
Right. Well,
roughly.
Yeah. Kind of. No.
Or 500 years. Yeah.
The Vikings were actually around a lot longer in the northern
9th century. Yeah, 9th century to the 12th century.
Right. So it would be that's actually it was the 9th century, and then Christianity settled in Ireland in what year?
Right.
What year was it that Christianity finally was established in Ireland?
We are talking about early 6th century.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
490 to 5, 10, 5, 20.
Now, interestingly enough, too, my ancestors on my dad's side of the family were the Scott Irish.
Mhm.
They came from Scotland, at least a story I was told, sometime in the 1730s. So, I mean, that's kind of interesting too. I wonder if I'm kind of drawn to stuff like this because it's kind of in my blood from all the way back then, and it's. It'd be cool to visit Scotland or Ireland again someday, maybe. Someday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever will or not, but
I've never been that far north.
Well, I keep telling him he needs to
Being
go
in
and
Devon.
he needs to go to the sites around him. Like, he's less than like 100 miles away from Stonehenge. You know what I mean? It's just down the street.
I can't believe you've never been to Stonehenge. That's just.
Isn't it like Gerald's never been? Where is he? That Apollo Theater? And
He's
he
never been.
grew up in New York and had never been to, I think that was it, wasn't it? Where did he say he had never been?
Central Park?
Oh, he's been to Central Park. I think it was Apollo Theater.
Sometimes people live next to these major landmarks they've never been to.
Right,
Yeah.
because he grew up in Harlem.
I mean, we got a lot of interesting stuff here in Ohio that I've never been to myself. I mean,
Yeah.
but I've been to like Sunwatch Indian Village and a couple other the Union Terminal and stuff.
Well, in Music City Hall, we need to go there because that's supposed to be one of the big historical places in Cincinnati, and that's supposed to be haunted. But I don't know, they have some plays and stuff down there, so you have
Stonehenge.
to go and go to a play or something.
But nothing. There's hardly anything on Earth that beats Stonehenge. So I mean, you gotta go to Stonehenge if possible,
I agree.
especially when you live driving distance.
Yeah, that's
All you
pretty
gotta do is
Alright.
drive there, Mark, and it's
Yeah.
Just tell him, Austin, I'm
Don't you
right
have
never
there.
been there.
I'm cheering you on,
Party
dude.
because I was born on the moon. So the summer solstice, I
Oh yeah, dude.
be a solstice queen.
You know how many chicks run around there like butt naked?
I know.
It's
Yeah.
just, dude, like,
I don't think that happens.
I bet you
Look at that.
they do it as a festival every year, man. So
Yeah, but they have.
Not naked. There are certain laws in this country
that you think. Well, I mean,
But they do have summer solstice, and the winter solstice is a big deal too. If you were born on the 21st.
Yeah, they have the solstices and equinox celebrations.
But the
at
summer
Stonehenge.
solstice is the big one because it's the longest day of the year.
Yeah, Mark, you got to go to Stonehenge because I mean,
take a
you
camera
gotta
with
go
you
there
too.
sometime. Yeah, and
Yeah.
send us some pictures.
I'm telling you, man.
And Sting, Sting lives nearby there. He's got one of the 1,000-year-old castle or something. He goes out there and he sits and watches the sunrise and drinks coffee and stuff.
What does he need with that castle? I mean, that's just huge. What does he do with it?
Just shows it.
I mean, it's a castle.
Show off because he's a big rich fan.
Oh, I don't know if he's an asshole. He seems.
You know what I would do if I owned a castle, dude? I would sit at the tower and I would just be butt naked on top of that tower and I would be looking out at my kingdom saying, "Oh, dude, that is so cool." You know what I mean? It's like, who would not want to own a castle? Hey, DK.
I think it's
Stop it, Rob.
Depends on how.
The funny thing is, I was just talking about very similar shit earlier on another channel, and I posted a video of one of the buildings at I posted the buildings that the building that my grandparents used to own that my mum grew up in, but apparently her older brother also owned a castle, which is actually in ruins, and I've got a recording on YouTube about that. And my family apparently was quite big. Like, very big in Catholic circles and shit.
okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
So I actually went and recorded at the dilapidated castle with all the signs and everything up saying security, you'll be prosecuted. Dude, I'm jumping this fence, I'm going and recording. My grandparents my grandma's brother used to own this. They turned up, it's like, your family used to own this.
Haunted? Is it a haunted place?
No, the dilapidated castle, no, it is that badly dilapidated. Like it is just basically in ruins.
Oh, okay.
Their old homestead thing, apparently a couple of gay guys bought it and now they just use it as a tourist attraction. Whereas it used to be the largest sheep station in that whole region. But now they're just using it as a tourist attraction.
Now, where's this place at again?
In New Zealand, it's the place is called Ernsklu. You can type it in and find this up. Find this yourself right now. EARNS, like Ernst. Clue. CLEUGH. And it'll come up with either Ernsklu Station or Ernsklu Castle. Both are the same thing.
Okay, I'll start. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Yeah, man. That's my grandparents' old house, and that's where my mum grew up.
That's awesome. Now you live in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
I'm just like the black sheep of the family, man. It's like I get no help from anyone. I get to be poor and broke because I tell the truth,
Everybody has.
You know how that goes.
It happens to everybody at some point or another. So don't feel bad.
It's kind of cool when people can buy those places or get those places and fix them up. Like we had an old cartridge factory around Cincinnati here by Kings Island, and these two gay guys bought it. And
those two gay guys that buy a place and fix it.
I'm sensing some similarity here. Two gay guys buy every nice place, then don't use it. It's just now it's a new tourist attraction.
Well, this isn't even.
They do that.
But what they did with this cartridge factory is really cool because it was just an old busted down factory, but it was in a great place. It was in Loveland, and there's they put some bike trails. It's in the country. It's beautiful. And they made these nice apartments and things, and like a big rec room downstairs. And it's kind of, it's high end apartments, but they used their own money. They didn't have to get money from the city or anything. And basically, they just turned that whole thing around. And it's close to New Zealand, so there's a lot of. It was a
factory.
The dilapidated castle one is pretty much beyond that. That one is on my YouTube channel. It's under DB123. Like lowercase DB123. Lots of people have used my name now.
Oh, cool.
Some shadow band. You've got to look for the icon that's like basically a brain that's like made of sort of fire, like lava sort of looking brain. That's my actual account. And then look for Cargill's Castle.
Is that it?
Is this the place? Can you read it?
That's my grandparents' place. That's the one that's still all good. That's not the dilapidated one. Yeah. That's the one the gay couple bought and have made into like a tourist attraction.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's a
cool
place.
I have vague memories of going there as a kid. I think they sold it when I was like about 4 or 5. There's photos of me being there and stuff, but yeah. I'm serious. I have vague memories, but nothing that stands out. There's photos of me like feeding lambs from a bottle and things like that,
Oh, cool.
Like proper farming, like farm station type things.
But that's cool.
Yeah,
that is cool. You have that association with that place. I mean, that's badass.
Yeah, I know. I just wish they hadn't sold it. They had like 9 kids. Like grandparents had like 9 kids, and no one wanted to take it over. They all had their own things they were doing. So the grandparents sold it, back in the early 80s, before the stock market crash, and they sold it for like $5 million in stock market crash.
Yeah.
And so if they waited like 5 years, that $5 million would have been 50 or 100 million.
Right.
Oh man.
So they ended up with like next to nothing after it because they just sold at the wrong time. Yeah.
I guess they just had to get rid of it at that time, though, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's
They were getting old and no one else wanted to take it over. Yeah.
right.
I mean, if I'd been older, I would have tried.
Really?
Yeah,
As I say, I was like 4 or 5.
yeah. You couldn't do nothing then.
No, but I mean, like, I would have been up to like, yes, keep that house, keep that land, keep that in our family. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, I would have been all for that, but
my grandparents.
I was too young to know any better.
My
It's not like I had
grandparents
any say anyway.
that too, and a really nice spread of land and stuff. But it got sold and everything, and so it's gone now. Nothing historical like that, but it was just nice.
Yeah. Well, the other one to look up is Cargill's Castle, Cargills,
Okay.
and that's in Dunedin. Yeah, I don't know how many Cargill's castles there are. A Cargill's Castle in Dunedin, and my grandma's brother used to own that when she was a kid.
Wow.
It has a vertical drop off to the ocean of like shit. Must be 30 to 50 meters vertical drop to the ocean at the edge of the
Oh
property.
shit.
And as a kid, she was just told to never play near the edge. Now they've got fences up everywhere and stuff. But as a kid, she was just told not to play near the edge.
Sounds like were you descended from like nobility or the Brit
I think so.
nobility or something that owned all that?
I think so. Like, and like
The
from
colony of the.
my last name, grandparents' last name on my mother's side, maternal grandparent on my great grandparent on my father's side. From those 3 names, I've got 3 coats of arms.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you were descended from nobility.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I mean, my family, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you would join the show, but my family was on my dad's side were the Scott Irish, and they came to Virginia sometime in the 1730s. But I don't know if I doubt that they were nobles.
Well, that's my mum's side. My mum's side is Scottish and Irish. My dad's side is English and Germanic.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Now,
If you came from Ireland at that time, I would reckon that you were farmers because of things like poverty, and remember the US has a long tradition of Irish immigration. Because of mainly things like potato famine and poverty, and interesting thing when it comes to especially the American Civil War. The North recruited a hell load of Irish as soon as they came off
the other way around? What if my family was offered land if they came over here to try and actually establish things? See, it could have been at the top level rather than whatever else.
Did the nobility went to the colonies and they established their own things? So
Yep. In different cities around the country.
Yeah.
There's certain that are Irish, certain that are Scottish, certain that are English. There's places that were even first established by French.
I mean,
There's different places all around the country that were first colonized by different people.
So, for example, this was once here over in Ohio in the United States. This area used to be part of British land at one time, and there was actually there was actually American Revolutionary War generals on the British side that owned property here in Ohio at one time before it became part of the United States after the Revolutionary era. So we're kind of all under the the old British umbrella, so to speak.
Right.
Look, I just
But yeah, this
gave you
area-
your first like on Rumble. Bloody hell, guys.
Oh,
Tell more people to get on Rumble.
we've gotten a good number of views on there, but never any likes or comments. I don't know why.
Right.
I don't know why
That's
that-
because I'm too busy streaming myself.
Oh yeah.
I'm not today. I haven't actually streamed for 2 days. This has been the longest I haven't streamed for.
Really?
I usually stream 24/7. But yeah, everyone should jump on Rumble because it is actually free speech.
Mhm.
Like, you'll be able to get away with saying a lot more than YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is a way to try and drag people over.
Yeah, Rumble. I like Rumble better because you can say what you want on there. You don't have to worry about being censored and all that shit. And that's,
Right.
Yeah.
That's,
I thought D-Live was like that, but then they screwed me over
oh, hell,
multiple times.
I follow a lot of gun channels that do like gun builds and all that shit, and they were getting censored to hell and back on YouTube. But on Rumble, you go on, you could watch them build all manner of guns and all this shit.
You can't even say the word on a Facebook card. They shoot or gun or anything.
No, you can't even say any of that on Facebook. They're another one
They'll
bad for
censor you.
censorship, which is even.
Do you still use Facebook? I'm sorry.
Huh?
Still one of the biggest players in the game.
Yeah, it's so much garbage.
Oh, what was that, Mark? Sorry?
Still one of the biggest players in the social media ecosystem.
Yeah, but
I think it's
you're not going to reach people of like mind.
No,
Yeah.
I don't
There's
reach
a lot of
of.
AI stuff, and there's some good groups, but then the groups have a tendency to get people in there that want to throw out. They want to talk about politics or something, and you're talking about houseplants or something. So you have to throw them out, and then the administrators aren't real good at that sometimes.
Yeah,
People start
I don't. I
fighting.
haven't reached as many like-minded people like myself
Yeah.
on there as I would have liked to, really. So
Well, and people kind of they kind of pound on politics a lot,
yeah, it's real political.
or something
real
else
bad,
that's
too.
like something that's happening.
But the new thing. Everything is about whatever the new thing is. The
Mhm.
Yeah.
new thing that's happened coming out of the mainstream media. That is
Yeah.
the only thing that they all want to talk about.
Yeah,
And
yeah, they're
I
like that.
truly find that so boring
I
that
hate
it's
it.
not funny. Because they get annoyed with me. I live in New Zealand. Oh, you're not allowed to talk about American politics. How come I've got a better idea about it than you? And then they get shitty.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, because I've got a one-eyed myopic view of everything that I only watch that agrees with what I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
The biggest drive for Facebook, I think, is connecting families and friends. It's that sort of family-orientated sort of
more so.
communication network. Yeah.
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 It's really bad here is they have town talk pages. Those are terrible.
Yeah, we have pages for like any town. They have their town talk pages where they're supposed to talk about whatever's going on in your hometown, which that makes sense. But they talk. Everybody just gets into fights about stuff that has nothing to do with anything going on in their hometown on there, and it's just it's a shit show.
Or they'll assume stuff like there was a bad accident here, and actually it was a younger woman that ran a red light, but there were 2 older people killed. And so the first thing they do on this town talk thing, people that don't know nothing, are going on there saying, well, it has to be the 2 old people. They weren't driving. They shouldn't have been driving. Just hurting the family because their grandparents had been killed. But it wasn't their fault at all. They were just sitting there, and this woman comes blowing through a red light. So, stuff like that, where people just don't have any common sense. So why are you even on there? Why would you, even if you saw it, why would you be on a town talk and say, hey, I saw the lady run the red light because she had 3 kids. So
And what?
We don't have
And
any
what?
anymore.
I mean, were the cars coming when she did it? Who cares?
What?
I mean, like, a red light is just a sign of compliance, but if it's busy, it helps direct traffic. But if there's no cars, why the fuck do you have to stop at a red light? Because it said so.
There is that.
I mean, do you not get it? It said so. Nothing coming any direction, but a red light said stop, and you comply. Why? Because you might get a ticket.
Yeah, true. I
Or
mean,
you might die because there are other cars.
No, if there's no cars coming.
saying if no cars are coming.
No, that's what I said. If it's busy, it directs traffic. If there's no cars, you're stopping for nothing.
But no, she wasn't stopping for nothing because this intersection, how busy would you say that is?
Oh, it's constant.
It's constant.
Yeah,
like
this
you would
intersection's
be
constant.
mindful.
Oh yeah, no, that's just dumb then. You know, no excuse for stupidity.
But,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying,
Like,
I mean,
serious.
nobody-
No excuse for stupidity. If there's lots of traffic, probably you should stop.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, but this intersection really is busy, and they ran it. They were being
Right.
stupid.
but I don't think
And that's the bad
regardless
thing.
of her being at fault or them or whoever, there was another person involved that she hit too. But you just don't get on a town talk page and start saying you know this or you saw that when you didn't. And you know, there's people out there. Her kids were out there. The grandparents' kids were out there. You know, they saw stuff like that. It's just have some common sense. Social media has made us. We don't have any.
Retarded.
Yeah, we just. I guess we don't have any boundaries or humility. Think about it.
Everyone stop thinking for themselves.
Yeah.
It's just groupthink, mob
I've got an
bullshit.
argument against that one. I don't think social media is to be blamed for it. I think social media just highlights.
People.
Just
It highlights retardation.
Right.
I like
Hang on
that.
a sec. I need to go grab me another drink. Holy shit. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the sort of thing I really do like talking about. So I will be right back.
it's interesting because you finally get to meet DK-spiracy.
While I'm being nice even.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm impressed.
But I think our media is people. Like the news is people. Like the reporters, they're always, whether you like Trump or not, I get so sick of hearing people hate him. I'm like, could you hate anybody anymore? And then they'll give you like a little blurb about him, but they won't tell you all of it. Like, you know, they won't tell you the whole story. And they'll never tell you anything good. Certain news channels, nothing.
No, everything of the media is negative. It's constant negativity.
And they really, I think they got him elected because of that negativity. That's their own stupidity. Because people were like, this guy's couldn't be bad. And now it doesn't matter, even if he is doing stuff bad, they don't believe the media.
Nobody believes the media anymore.
So it bit him in the ass. I'm
Which
like,
the media's lied about so much stuff. It's like the boy that cried wolf.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't believe them for it to save your life.
what they say he did the other day, it was
they're always
insane.
saying bad shit. I feel terrible for the guy because he gets up there and they just make up things about him. I'm not saying I agree with every single thing
No.
he does, but they just make. I've never seen him lie this much about any president.
They must be very intimidated by him. They said he was
They had to be.
killing dogs or something. I don't know what he was
They
doing.
say he was killed. I don't remember hearing about that.
Well, I'll tell you too something. If you want to hear news that doesn't involve
Huh?
Trump at all,
Huh?
come hang out with me and Mark. We actually talk about real stuff. Like and to be honest with you, I'm just sick of hearing about Trump. Period, good
I
or
know.
bad.
You could
Same
not.
here.
I
Yeah.
have never seen a president get talked about as much as him because my partner and I are talking about that. He's like, I'm like, people are insane. And like, he's got some friends, boyfriend's got some friends that are like deranged about him. They're like,
They're Trump derangement syndrome.
but they-
Yeah.
That's the thing.
but
That works both ways.
for 30
Mhm.
years. They've had repeated friends for 30 years. And all of a sudden now they're not friends with somebody because they voted for Trump. And I'm like, well, what changed? I mean,
Yeah.
How retarded are you is basically the question.
Yeah.
What
You
is
voted for someone I don't like, And now you want nothing to do with me? How retarded are you? The person you voted for, I don't like.
Oh yeah, there's people.
Like, what are you on about? Now we have to hate each other because we don't like who we voted for.
Yeah,
Both of them were idiots. Why did you vote?
yeah.
Like, serious. Like, why vote for an idiot and then argue about which idiot you voted for?
All right.
Yeah. There's people who voted for people I don't like, and I'm still friends with them. So,
Right.
you know what? Yeah, I mean, it's just absurd, man.
Well, I mean, you hear like me and Mark, we'll go at it about political issues left and right. But you know what? At the end of the day, me and him still get along great. At least I hope so. He probably has like, you know, I let him.
It's good that you.
I definitely know he's got views on me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I come with a reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're a rough looking character.
Oh, he is. He is. He's the
But
most.
I'm very schooled up about everything that I can find. My name is actually what I spend all my time doing.
What kills me now is there are like families that don't talk to each other. And I remember like, especially one election year, everybody, like my daughter, Austin, and me and my husband, we all voted for different people. I mean, you know, but we still got along because we're not like, oh, that's going to make us fight and carry on. We might disagree with why we did it or whatever, but we didn't sit and like, oh, we're going to be estranged now.
I mean, look at
It's
Roger.
crazy.
He lives in communist Illinois, but I still
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know the thing. I don't know if I pointed it out on your guys' show yet about Illinois, but a lot of people don't know this. The majority of the state is actually conservative, and only a little area is actually Democrat. But for some reason, it gets the majority of the freaking vote.
Chicago and Springfield decide you guys' statewide elections. And that's why I've been saying all the conservative counties like the one you live in.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need to either form your own state separate of Chicago and Springfield or become part of Indiana.
Well, we definitely we don't want to be a part of Indiana. That's like the flip side. Like if